Okay, tax season. We all know that familiar crunch you start to feel when the April deadline starts looming closer and closer. If you're feeling that right now, just take a deep breath. You are absolutely not alone. And there's actually a massive relief valve built right into the system for you, the tax extension. Today, we're going to completely relieve your tax season stress by walking through exactly how to file a state tax extension in Maryland. In this explainer, we'll cover every single aspect from start to finish. So even if you are a complete beginner at this, you'll know exactly what to do.
But before we get into the how, let's instantly bust the absolute biggest and honestly most dangerous misconception out there. Ask yourself this: does a tax extension give you more time to pay your taxes? Well, if you answered yes, you could be setting yourself up for some very painful penalties. A tax extension is an extension of time to file your return paperwork. It is absolutely not an extension of time to pay what you owe.
To put that into perspective, you really have to view this as two separate deadlines. On one hand, your time to file gets extended by 6 full months. That pushes your actual paperwork deadline all the way out to October 15th. But on the other hand, your time to pay remains completely locked at that original April 15th deadline. If you owe the state of Maryland money, that cash needs to be sent by April 15th, or the meter immediately starts running on penalties and interest.
All right, so here is our roadmap for this explainer so you know exactly how we're going to navigate this. 1. The automatic extension rule. 2. Your 3 filing pathways. 3. Avoiding costly tax penalties. 4. Actionable logistics. And finally, 5. Resources, recap, and disclaimer.
Let's jump right into Section 1, the automatic extension rule.
So Maryland actually does things a little bit differently than some other states, using what we call a conditional automatic model. The key word to focus on here is conditional. Maryland grants an automatic 6-month extension to October 15th, but only if specific federal and tax due conditions are met. Basically, the state is going to automatically match your federal extension without you needing to file a separate state form, provided you don't owe them any extra money. The core logic here is that your state extension depends entirely on your federal extension status and your current state tax liability.
And that leads us perfectly into Section 2, your 3 filing pathways. Look, everyone's financial situation is a unique puzzle, right? So we're going to use a simple decision tree structure to help you identify exactly what you need to do. To get prepped, just follow this quick 3-step checklist. Step 1, calculate your Maryland tax liability. You need to estimate what you owe for the year and then subtract what you've already paid through things like paycheck withholdings or estimated payments. Step 2, evaluate your federal extension status. Did you file IRS Form 4868 to extend your federal taxes? Once you've got those 2 answers, Step 3 is just executing the correct path. So let's look at what those pathways actually are.
We'll start with Pathway A. This is kind of the dream scenario. If you've filed for a federal extension and you have absolutely 0 Maryland tax due, congratulations. You get an automatic extension. You don't need to file any special extension forms with the Maryland Comptroller, which, let's be honest, is a rare win when it comes to tax paperwork. Your deadline just automatically moves to October 15th. Just make sure you keep a copy of your federal extension form handy, because the state might ask to verify it later on.
Okay, but what if you aren't extending your federal taxes? That brings us to Pathway B. You have no federal extension, but you still have no Maryland tax due. In this scenario, that automatic coupling we talked about doesn't work. You have to proactively request a Maryland-only extension by April 15th. Now, you can do this pretty easily through the Comptroller's online portal or by using their telefile phone system.
Now listen up, because this is Pathway C, and it's literally where most people stumble. You have Maryland tax due. If you owe money to the state, that automatic rule is completely thrown out the window. You absolutely must file Form PV and pay your tax in full by April 15th. Even if you have a federal extension in hand, if you owe Maryland money, you have to actively submit that payment voucher and the full payment by the original April deadline.
So a huge part of getting this right is just knowing which forms to use. This visual cheat sheet breaks down the essential forms you're going to see in the state's guidelines. Form 502 is the resident income tax return for most full or part-year residents. Form 505 is the non-resident return, used if you just had income from Maryland sources but lived elsewhere. Form 4868 is that federal extension request we keep mentioning. But the real star of the show for anyone who owes money is Form PV. That is the personal tax payment voucher. This form actually replaced the old extension form 502E. Now, Form PV is exactly what you use to send your payment and lock in your extension.
Let's move on to Section 3, avoiding costly tax penalties.
We've hinted at penalties a few times, so let's look at the actual stakes here. 25%. That is a massive number. Maryland can impose a penalty of up to 25% of your unpaid tax for late filing or paying. If you fail to file Form PV and pay what you owe by April 15th, or if you completely miss the extended October deadline, you could get hit with this maximum penalty. That is a huge dent in your wallet that is 100% avoidable.
And the penalties aren't the only cost you have to worry about. Even with a valid extension to file, if you have an unpaid balance sitting there past April 15th, interest is going to accrue daily. For 2026, the comptroller set the interest rate at 10.8133% per year on unpaid tax. So if you underestimate what you owe, or you just decide to wait until October to pay it, that balance is going to snowball significantly every single day.
All right, you know the rules and you definitely know the risks. Let's get into Section 4, Actionable Logistics.
Let's walk through the actual practical options of where and how you file and pay this thing. The state actually gives you a few solid choices. For filing and paying online, the comptroller's digital portal, Maryland Tax Connect, which replaced the old iFile system, is going to be your best bet. If you want to pay online directly from your bank account via e-check, you can use velocitypayment.com, which is awesome because there's no convenience fee. If you prefer paying by credit or debit card, head over to egov.maryland.gov, though just keep in mind a fee does apply based on your payment amount. And finally, if you're a traditionalist, you can absolutely just print out Form PV and mail it along with a physical check or money order directly to the comptroller's payment processing center in Annapolis.
We are in the home stretch. Section 5, Resources, Recap, and Disclaimer.
To make sure you have all the support you need to tackle this confidently, here is exactly where to turn if you hit a roadblock or just need to troubleshoot an issue. The state provides some great direct support. You can call them toll-free at 1-800-MD-TAXES, which translates to 1-800-638-2937. You can email their support team at taxhelp@marylandtaxes.gov. You can even visit local comptroller branch offices in person for help, or, just download any missing forms directly from marylandcomptroller.gov.
Okay, let's do a strong recap to make sure this all really sticks. Remember our very first point. An extension gives you time to file, not time to pay. Second, you've got to identify your specific conditional pathway. If you have a federal extension and owe nothing to Maryland, you're automatically extended. But if you owe Maryland tax, you must use Form PV and pay by April 15th. And finally, make sure you complete your actual tax return paperwork by the extended deadline of October 15th.
Now, before we completely wrap up, here is our required disclaimer. The information provided in this explainer is for educational purposes only and does not replace personalized advice from a qualified tax professional or accountant. Seriously, if your tax situation is complex, definitely consult with a professional to make sure you're fully covered.
You now have the exact steps you need to navigate a Maryland tax extension completely stress-free. You know the forms, you know the deadlines, and you understand the rules. So, looking at your own finances right now, which extension pathway will you take today? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and hey, good luck this tax season.